Greetings, everyone. My name is Jonathan Bailey, and I'm from the site Plagiarism Today, which can be found at plagiarismtoday.com. It's Friday, and that means it's time to talk a little bit tech, put aside the copyright and plagiarism stuff for the day, and sort of discuss whatever's on my mind on the tech issues. And honestly, not a lot is on my mind. It's kind of weird. I've been thinking all morning what I'm going to talk about, and I'm pretty much bone out of ideas. So I'm going to actually repeat the topic from yesterday, well, last week, last Friday. Basically, Kathy Pop asked me, since I liked Firefox 12, and I actually had a lot of glowing things to say about last week, also said some things on Twitter and Facebook, would I try Firefox 13? And I've got to admit, there was a time a while back which I was always grabbing the latest alpha and beta browser. I couldn't resist it. I was there beta testing the latest everything. I had to try it at least for a few minutes to see what I thought. I stopped that largely. It has a lot to do with the fact that I got a business and I need a stable work environment. Like 99% of my work isn't done in the browser, so I need a stable, reliable environment. I can't be beta testing every creation Mozilla, Google, Opera, etc. comes up with. But I did want to actually test this one out, so I did give it a shot. I used it most of the day yesterday and a little bit this morning. And my thoughts on Firefox 13 are, it's exactly like Firefox 12. That's the problem with Mozilla's rapid release cycle, is there's no boom, this is what's different. There's no I gotcha, this is the new thing. It's all about incremental, slow, almost glacial changes between the various versions. The things that new in Firefox 13, one, they changed the homepage. I don't even think I saw it because I always had it loading up where I started last time. Has a new tab page. So when you open a new tab, you get that Chrome/Opera thing where you get the different tabs, and it's not done particularly well, but it's not done particularly bad, so I don't really have much to say there. They also made some behind-the-scenes changes, such as Speedy, the HTTP replacement, is now on by default. I don't know any sites that actually use it, and I wouldn't even probably notice it if I did. And they made some developer changes too that I really don't have any commentary on. The only change I did not really, oh wait, there was a change I missed, I apologize. I knew there was a user-facing change I missed. When you load up Firefox 13, this is probably the biggest actual difference. If you do like I do and load up a whole lot of tabs, it won't actually load the content in the tabs. It just springs up and stays there. And basically it says, it stays there, and all it does is it puts the title in the tab, so that way you know what the tab is, but it won't actually load the content for the tab until you click on it. This really confused the hell out of me for a few seconds. Open it up, and then you hit a tab, and boom, it refreshes the tab. Because that's what it does. It looks like it's refreshing the page. It's really confusing. The first time I saw it, I wasn't quite braced for it, but it's actually a pretty cool feature. It does boot up a little bit, but the reality of it is it's not a major feature either. It's once again one of those glacial changes. The one feature I did not test, though, was on Mac. They have introduced native full screen support for OS X Lion. I freaking hate full screen mode in OS X Lion because I have a dual monitor display, and that is a great way to turn my beautiful big monitor up here above where my camera is into a stonking useless paperweight. And I know there's all these tricks and hacks to get around it, but screw that. If it doesn't work out of the box, I'm not going to tinker with it. It's a waste of time trying to hack around it. Maybe the next version of OS X will fix that. But no, I did not test it because I have no use for testing it. I am in a dual monitor display. All in all, Firefox 13, if you like Firefox 12, you're going to like Firefox 13. I had no problem with add-ons and extensions or anything like that. The only, I guess, degradation I had was, I mentioned Firefox 12, that sometimes after heavy use for a few hours, it begins to slow down and the performance degrades. I think Firefox 13 degraded just a little bit faster. It still took like 3 or 4 hours before I noticed it and had to restart the browser. But the point is, I think it degraded a little bit more quickly, but then again, it's a beta, and that's going to be your answer to any problem you have. It's a beta. They're still working out kinks. Give them a chance. Let them work out the bugs, and let them push out the full release. Honestly, though, if you got Firefox 12, no real reason to try this beta. I know they are introducing automatic updates into it, at least that's what I've been hearing, but that's once again one of those behind the scene things that really isn't relevant until you get the final release. So my advice, if you got 12 and you're happy with it, wait for the beta to become the real version for tinkering with it. Just not enough new to warrant it. Well, on that note, everyone, once again, my name is Jonathan Bailey, and I am signing off.